Então vamos lá, galera, voltando aqui com o canal, uma gameplay de cara. E agora a gente tá com o jogo Call of Juarez, Gunslinger. Então ontem eu joguei esse jogo, eu entrei nele porque eu tava com ele na Steam parado lá e resolvi jogar. Então, e eu achei a história interessante, eu comecei, pá, joguei acho que uns 10 minutinhos ali e achei interessante. Então eu resolvi trazer aqui no canal pra ver se vai dar bom. Então aqui, vamos lá. O modo história, novo jogo, jogo normal, melhor. Vou deixar todas as...
Easy boy.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
Ah, what are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Ah, cutscene bem da hora, bem feita. Pra dar início no jogo. Eu não esperava tanto desse jogo não, eu achava que era bem ruinzinho, mas jogando ali um pouquinho eu vi que é diferente.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs.
Então a história vai acontecendo.
I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve. The other kind of funny.
Então a história vai acontecendo enquanto ele vai contando lá no bar. Achei isso bem massa também. Vou baixar um pouco mais aqui. Achei muito alto. Nossa, e vídeos. Tá bem alto.
You heard that. You need to stay here and keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
Experiência.
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
Será que dá uma...
Oh, yeah. I heard the shots and I knew I had to move fast.
Fire at will!
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire homestead.
Coming from the rear!
I decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
Hey, we have one behind us! Stay on it! Covering fire!
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kids' apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County. Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
Malfeitor com uma arma em cada mão, lutador corpo a corpo, luta distância, vamos nesse distância aqui.
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there. Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
Where'd he come from? He can't take us all on!
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
God damn you!
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
What's your play?
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house. I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad. They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo. It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside. None the worse. I passed Dirty Dave, and upstairs I found Billy and Charlie Bolton.
Rat in a trap! How about that? No way! Huh? You like that?
Billy the Kid. Esse cara, hein?
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo! Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Billy's worth $500, dead or alive. Keep this up all day. I think I got one.
I'm telling you, Garrett's men were dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming. That's when Charlie got hit. "They're catching us in a crossfire," shouted Billy. "Get to the other side."
Standing next to dynamite. Kill us all! Kill him for Christ's sake!
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run. "They got a Gatling," Billy shouted. "Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention." He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it?
Those poor sons of bitches are done for.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you now.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am.
Na história.
Now, where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up. Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir.
Ah, tem que colocar um negócio aqui. Atirador aumenta a capacidade de munição. Oferece dicas sobre as pepitas. Acho que nem preciso de mais bala. Vou colocar isso aqui.
That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Agora que matar o xerife. Pegar uma estrela. Bad Garrett. Oh, meu Deus.
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
O duelo, velho gigante. Vou focar nele aqui. Mantenha seu foco, usa pegar bem na cara logo. Quando ele começar a estender a mão, aperta pra sacar e atira. Nossa, lerdo demais. Vai de novo. Focar na cara dele. Estende a mão, filho, vai. Joga na cara. Ué, matei e morri. Nem sabia que era possível. E tem espaço também. Eu achei que era só mirar e atirar rapidão. Aí ele dá um tempinho ali entre Mirar e atirar. Agora vai.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that Penny Dreadful says? No, boy. That ain't what I meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again. I finally reached those damn stables. And stepped inside, and bam! Last thing I heard was Garrett's voice.
Eu até olhei, não tinha ninguém.
That's
Não,
not
apareceu do
Billy.
nada.
And go on. How did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
Morto com honra. Ai, meu Deus. É uma fita de verdade. Faltou duas que eu não achei.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive.
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
Indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Então, galera, eu vou terminar o vídeo por aqui. Nesse começo aí foi só, acho que a primeira parte. No próximo vídeo eu continuo. Daí eu quero saber se vocês estão gostando da história, se vocês estão gostando do jogo, pra mim poder continuar. Então, é isso. Voltamos com o canal agora. Preciso de ideias, então quem tiver alguma ideia, alguma coisa pra melhorar no vídeo, comenta. Não deixa de comentar, que isso me ajuda. Eu queria saber também se, caso vocês acham melhor colocar uma câmera de lado aqui pra mim ficar aparecendo, não sei. Eu prefiro não, porque eu acho melhor ficar mais, vamos falar, focado no jogo, né? Pra não perder o foco ali, pra você ficar olhando a legenda, entendendo a história. Mas fica a critério de vocês, então. É isso aí. Até mais!